Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life Sunny. My name is Cam, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Sam. So this is episode 3 of this show, a light-hearted show where we watch one of our favorite TV shows. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So of course, ahead of time, we've rewatched the episodes just to make sure there's not too much dead time and we know what's going on and we don't get too distracted with this show. And we've also been listening to the podcast episodes that they started putting out in 2021. But like I just mentioned, it's kind of lighthearted show, so we're not here to just like tell you about 200 different trivias or get in depth into something. Although I'm sure Sam will come up with some interesting things. But okay, before we get started, just a quick point: we also have another satirical show called "It's a Progressive World." Sorry, I'm starting to get confused here with this show and that show, but you can find the links to that in the description below. Alrighty, Sam, should we get this party
So many
started?
shows. Yes.
All right. So before we get this show officially started, I think it's a good idea if we quickly just tell folks, for those who are rusty, who haven't watched It's Always Sunny maybe in a few months or a few years, what this third
Few
episode is
Yeah,
about.
they haven't taken their usual dose
Yeah.
of the. Let me. It's actually Wikipedia gives a fantastic synopsis. So this episode is called "Underage Drinking: A National Concern," directed by Dan Atjes. When Mac decides to make Paddy's Pub a safe haven for underage drinkers, it becomes high school all over again as Dee, Dennis, and Charlie get asked to the prom. So I think that's a perfect summary for the episode.
Indeed, indeed.
I'm ready when you are.
You ready? Three,
Yeah.
2, 1, go.
9:45 p.m. So
Yeah, this
this one
this
at
one is
least
at
starts at
nighttime,
night.
but I love when it's during the day because it's
Oh, the
just so
beginning.
funny when it says like 9:30 a.m. and Dennis is just sitting there at the bar having a beer as if it's like after work
Yeah.
and he's trying to like chillax or something, but it's like 9:30 in the morning.
No, I love the just the gullibility and all that. They're so happy that
Yeah,
everybody is there, everybody's busy. Dennis is the one that figures out.
yeah. So
So
pretty
this
much
episode,
people are
sorry, go ahead.
kids, right? In the
Mm.
at the bar.
This episode, I haven't seen the rest of the season one yet. So far, from the first 3 episodes I've seen, this one was the one that felt most like in line with what they would become. You know, like completely petty, completely self-interested, just like would do anything for just the smallest self-confidence boosts. You know, no,
But
don't you
man,
think
yeah.
this? Mm,
And it's really
mm.
funny in the podcast, actually, for this episode, like I told you, they don't really talk about the episode. The only parallel is that they talk about drinking. But yeah, then they talk about when they were young
Yeah.
and they're drinking. And Mac and Charlie tell all their stories about the first time they started drinking. And then they start like
Mm.
pivoting away. And like then it's like, whoa, 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 you guys aren't gonna ask me when's the first
That
time I
was the
had my
best part.
drink.
Yeah, that was so no, that was so funny because that was happening. Yeah, Mac was like planning that, but then Charlie was just, yeah, so let's move on. Just so we shared our stories, and by the way, people can check out our other show, and it's a dynamic that I'm sure will come up during this show too. That I feel a lot of that with you. That I ask you a question and I'm expecting, okay, now what do you think? So, and you just move on. You're like, yeah, that's my opinion. Let's move on. But yeah, in this episode, you see that D is as awful as
Yes.
the guys. You know what I
Because now
mean?
that I
Like
think
with
about it, in
yeah.
the second episode, we barely talked about D.
In the abortion episode, yeah, she's actually helpful to Charlie. That's
Yeah.
all she does, really, a bit. She's pretty helpful, actually. Yeah,
But yeah,
you're
here
right.
she
Yeah,
starts really becoming D. And like they
this is
mentioned the
her
episode,
episode 3.
this was like one of the last episodes that they recorded, but then they put it as a third
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, when she gets drunk, she's so D, the way like she goes for the underage guy. Although she still has a
Yeah.
bit of morality, right? She's still a bit conflicted. She like, oh, doesn't want to hook up with
Yeah.
the young guy, but then like
But
whatever.
You know what I was thinking though? This came to me after we recorded the second episode though, that we talk about how like they're different in here to later on and they become exaggerated and all that. But it's kind of like very natural as because you do see it in real like as you get older, you see it in real life as well that people degenerate a lot of times. Like they
100
start by doing like one like being an asshole once. And then like in this one, she's
100%.
like, I haven't statutory raped anybody yet. And then by next episodes, she's done almost this.
Yeah.
So she's much
No,
more, you know what I mean?
100%. No, 100%. I mean, because people don't actually change when they get older. The only way that they typically
They get
change
worse.
is that they get worse on some of their things, you know? So if they're very much like all about the way that they live their life and they can't do anything different by the time they're 40 or 50, they're like, like the person, if you take them like for 2 minutes outside their comfort zone, or you're like, oh, can you come at this time or do
Oh yeah, they
something?
become
Like, no, no,
hysterical.
no, this is my like blah 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 time or something, and they're just like there's no budget. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's what's it called? Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That people just get worse as they get older.
Yeah,
They're, I mean, I don't know if their good qualities get better. Would you say people's good qualities get better as well or no?
yeah, that's a good question. But here, damn, this is
I
a
don't
lot
think it
about D.
does.
So she put on a DVD
Yeah, this
and
was
she
her
grabbed the
episode.
dildo.
She called the young guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and the young guy
Oh, he's
plays
a lacrosse
lacrosse.
player. What is that? I've never seen that, by the way. It's only played in US, right?
And Canada.
Ah, that's
I
weird.
mean, the most I know about it is through American Pie.
American
So
Pie?
yeah,
Oh, the most I know about it is from House, the TV show, because the
no,
character, uh,
the doctor.
yeah, he used to play, but that's what
Oh,
he was. Yeah, that's why his leg injury was very like,
oh,
you
I
know, he
haven't
was
seen that
he
show
was good
really.
player as well. Oh, oh wow. She's chugging.
Yeah, this is so funny. So D has like issues that like
With
when she
chugging.
goes out on dates and all that, so she just like drinks too much to get
Yeah,
comfortable, which is just gets worse and worse.
but that was for a few years. That was my problem,
Yeah.
dating. Have you had that? Drinking too much. I mean,
I mean,
you
I have
again,
that
you
problem, like, no, but
people
in
do.
general, without the dating issue, just like, somewhere like socializing with
Oh,
people
you
for the
drink too
first
much.
time and all this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, I really got drunk one time meeting my ex-girlfriend's parents, like in their house. It was good.
No, man,
But
the
it was
first time I
fun.
came to Geneva when we used to live with my wife Marina, when we had just met in
Mm.
Canada, like we're dating for years. So when I come here to meet her parents and stuff, and then the second night we go to a bar, and at this bar it was her older sister's friends, right? And then like so
Uh,
that's actually like the most awkward for me. Like, and then so I just got like super drunk to be able to cope
mm.
with it. But I was doing Jaeger shots and I got so messed up that I was
Jeez.
puking
Okay,
that
yeah.
Marina couldn't take me home, that she actually had to call her parents at 2 a.m. and they came and picked us up from the side of the street and
Oh
took
my
me home. And
God.
I only black out once I start puking and all that. So I barely have any
Yeah,
recollection
me
of it.
too.
I've heard. But yeah.
So, was that you trying to say if I committed any crimes? I'm no, but oh
Oh,
wow,
like,
I
look,
had
Dee has
okay,
some
that's
morality
bad.
here, right? She doesn't want to hook up with the guy or like have
Yeah,
sex with
she
it.
she
She's
doesn't. Yeah,
confused.
she doesn't want to on a statutory rape
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah,
Yeah, true. This episode is
but
really about Dee, whereas, well, not really about Dee, of course.
the
Charlie and
last
Mac
one was
actually
about
get in
Charlie
more. But Charlie's story will come more and
and
more now
Mac.
because they're gonna start liking him at like the young people are gonna like him a bit because he's kind
Oh
of
yeah, but I feel
chill.
like this is very the and to a Mac episode to
Mm,
an extent, not so much.
yeah.
I mean, maybe Charlie too, though. You're right, maybe Charlie.
And
And all
actually
of
ends
it's
with Charlie, the end of the episode. He actually
yeah,
goes
yeah,
to
in the
prom and he's just like
yeah,
such a
he
good
goes.
guy.
Yeah, he's just. Oh, I thought he's been the DJ or something.
No,
I
he just
thought I
goes to
don't know.
prom.
No,
And
he
like he
just goes
does
to.
So yeah,
all.
and
By the way, did you?
they're doing like they're being
n-
socially responsible by having the kids drink at their bar.
Did you guys have? We went to same high school, but not the end of the high school. So I don't. Did you guys have prom in when I left after?
Not
No.
really, because our school was kind of so small, and actually there was prom at the end. Though, like the students organized it, some students, and I
Like
wasn't
a private
invited,
party.
and other people weren't invited because they thought we were
Oh, did those
douchebags.
losers, the goody two shoes, organized it?
I wouldn't
Ah,
call
okay.
them
That's
losers, but
not.
that behavior is very loserish. But you know,
I'm sorry. Even before that behavior,
yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you. But okay, I'm just saying. No,
Yeah,
they
so
were
there
the
was like
goody
an
two shoes.
unofficial one.
Yeah, but I'm right with the goody two shoes group, like the ones that studied hard. We are talking about them.
Yeah, there.
They
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not a part. That's like that was a study group session. That was
No,
yeah,
I mean,
it was.
they got a limo and went to a party or something. But yeah,
Oh wow. Oh shit. Yeah, I think one of you told me. One of you or like two other
I think
friends
one
we
of us
have
might
from
have
the.
gone. I think like, I
Yeah,
think one of our
I
friend
can
was
think.
invited.
Yeah, I can think who went. He was our sort of insider man into the goody two shoes people. But yeah, man, we had a prom as well. See, people, did I not tell you I'm gonna ask about
Oh,
things and he's not gonna ask back? Did I
but
not fucking say that?
you would care about mine because you would know about like the high school that I went to and all this. Like I didn't know anything about your high school later on, so I would also have less interest in whether you had a
Sure,
prom or
sure.
not.
That's why it has
And there's
nothing to do with
always
the
a
fact that you have
reason.
no interest in my life whatsoever. Sure, sure.
Well, I didn't have
Yeah,
an interest
whatever.
in that part of my own life. You're the one who who asked. Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question actually.
Go
So
ahead.
in the podcast they ask each other when was the first time you got drunk? So when's the first
Ah,
time that you got drunk?
that's what I was thinking about that because I was like, I don't remember really, and I mean proper proper drunk party drunk with friends was with you guys in
Like wasted,
with
like
Dubai.
drunk, yeah. And like
Yeah,
drank,
yeah.
yeah.
That was I think
Not
it
like a
was in
sip of your
our
dad's
friend's
glass.
house. Huh? Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like a
I
sip
think
of
it
yeah.
was no, that's no. But
Yeah.
I think before that I had gotten like drunk through like stealing my dad's liquor and
Mm.
drinking a bit. But I think drunk in a with group of people. It was Dubai when I was 17, or
No, you were
maybe
16.
no,
You were
16.
16.
Oh yeah, you're 16. Yeah, I was gonna say late 16 or 17,
Mm.
but yeah, 16 when I got real drunk. But it was what's it called? Yeah, with you guys. I think it was in the our friend from Malaysia. I think it was in
Mm-hmm.
his house.
Okay, I
I
see.
think.
Interesting.
I think. Yeah, but
And interesting.
yeah.
And
What
here,
about you?
yeah, here they're at the party. Here they go to the party, and
Oh,
of course these people want him to buy booze. But yeah,
yeah,
they're
exactly.
they're hesitant. Charlie, yeah,
Their
the
brother hadn't come through. It was so fair. My brother didn't. That's it's. But I felt like the actors did. I don't think teenagers are this. Are they? They're not this annoying.
mm, no, they are.
Like what happened, and then we went
No, no,
out, and
I would say they 100%
they
are.
are.
Yeah. And I
I feel
mean,
like
Mac
they're
here is
disgusting, but
such a
whatever.
douchebag. He becomes such a douchebag, and everybody hates him at the party.
Which
Look
what
at
do you mean specifically?
Mac. You'll
Oh,
see
look
here
at
he's
these guys.
playing, he gets drunk and he's playing beer pong, and he just becomes a total douchebag.
Oh, oh yeah.
D
Okay,
has
okay. No,
just
I get it.
entered the party with this guy. It's so funny. But yeah, no, the first time
Yeah.
I got, when I was like 13 or slash 14, went to like this older
Uh,
kids party, and literally like let's say like after half an hour, and this was the first time I was really drinking. I was really drinking beer like
mm.
this and vodka straight like this. And let's say I'm guessing after the
Oh.
second or third glass, I didn't know what was going on. So within like an hour, I was wasted and puking and like just died. And then we left. And then like a full year or so later, when I was like in my, yeah, 15, like near
15.
16 and stuff, that's when it started like regularly drinking with friends and stuff. But
Yeah.
like a full year before
That's,
that,
by the
I
way,
went.
I love the fact that drinking was just like you got drunk once, then another time, maybe a third time, and then it was regular. Like after that, it's like part of your life. Like it's every day you have to do this, otherwise you don't feel good. It's just oh wow, it's so weird.
Yeah, like look
Yeah,
here,
it's
Max
so
starts
weird.
becoming a douchebag here. He's like starting to get
Yeah, oh
drunk
yeah,
and
he's playing like crazy.
yeah. Look, yeah,
He's
he's
so
playing what's
competitive.
it called? Flip cup?
I don't
Fuck.
know, ping pong?
No,
No, a
no,
beer pong?
no. They're not playing beer pong. They're playing the one where you flip, where you have to like flip the
I've
cup.
never Have you played these party? I've never like in my university
But
party
these are
things.
North
They never
American things.
no,
Yeah, I've been to some. I never
yeah,
liked it. It's not my style. And you know, of course, the red cups and all this. Do they exist in the UK?
no. Similar. There are similar like plastic cups, but not no, not
Not the famous
I
red,
don't think this
infamous
they
red
look very
cups.
thick. Yeah, these look pretty thick like plastic. It's just- they're high.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
so
That's just so funny. And then they're
but
like
and this
shaky.
is but this is such an accurate post university house party type
Mm.
thing, you know? Like
Well, they're high
I
school, but
remember
yeah.
so many. Do you remember waking up? Like I literally have like couple of like sort of I sometimes have deja vu to moments that I would have like I was asleep and then I would wake up like in a house that I don't know whose house is this for like an hour. Like you're just like, what am I doing? Where is everybody?
But hold on, I have to interrupt you. So this girl
Good.
who is
Mm.
of legal age, who in the show, I guess, she says she's 18. And
What
she's
are you
like
gonna say?
hitting on Dennis and all this. She's pretty hot.
Okay.
It's-
Well, that's I knew. You clarifying legal codes. Look, guys, I checked online. Yeah, and I'm
And the
gonna
fact that
tell
it's
you
a
what
TV show, I'm
I'm
sure
gonna.
she's like actually 33,
Yeah,
but
she's
playing
like
like a 17 year
35.
old. Like,
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what Charlie and Mac tell Tennis that she's over 18, so no moral judgment. It's not a moral competition. Not a moral competition.
oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
this part is so good when Mac everybody's invited to the prom and Mac is not
Yeah.
invited. And I feel so bad for Mac because he tries so hard and he's just back for with the
I
like
know.
with the party.
But Charlie has a good soul, you know? And like of course the other two we find out they're getting used. But Charlie just like, he's such a good person in this episode, he's like he doesn't want to
Oh yeah,
sleep with
and
any of the
Jenna,
young people or anything like that. He's just like
no, he just wants to go
talking
to
to them
prom.
and gossiping, and then he knows everybody's story, and then he gossips like, a little kid.
Yeah, he's just yeah. I have generally speaking, I have to say, Dee and Dennis are the evil ones. I feel
Mm,
like Mac and Charlie are just kind of too stupid and they just
yeah.
more like they're just following their instinct rather than,
Yeah, yeah, like the Dennis
you know.
system, he's like
That's it. Yeah, that
consciously
is
I do
yeah, implications. The
look at in
implications.
tuxedos. But look at their drinks right now. Charlie's beer looks very realistic, right? Wait until you see Mac's drink.
Yeah.
Mac's drink looks like a big glass of orange juice, whereas Charlie has like a nice, sorry, apple
Maybe it's a
juice.
cock.
No, apple juice.
Well,
Sorry,
that's the
you'll
thing.
see.
That's
But
another thing that
oh,
kind of
look at Dennis's. Sorry, look at D's glass for instance. That looks kind of like
yeah, that's
it's just
beer.
way too flat. But Charlie's, I don't know. Charlie's looks so realistic and good.
You don't know when they poured the beer. I feel like,
Yeah, and D's so
you're
disgusting here.
becoming a bit
Like she's so wasted, and with all that
she's
makeup on her, she looks like a straight up clown and
yes.
like a Cinderella dress.
Yeah,
And then we
exactly.
find out that she would used to had like a back brace until she was like 20.
Yeah, which that's what I'm, this all of this comes back later on. So they
Yeah.
must have rewatched the she's
And Max
I
still
this
wants to go
I
and he's
have to
just so
say,
obnoxious.
yeah, he's gonna crash the party. Yeah, he's gonna go to stack. I have to say, that dress is awful.
Yeah, I know,
That's one of the
no. It's
I've seen.
Did you hear that part where
Oh,
they
it's
talk about their drunk acting in the show and stuff? And like Dennis is like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah,
fuck, I thought I was drunk acting decently, but you guys are so good."
yeah. Mac said that about Dennis, I think.
Yeah. But Dennis says, but
Rob
then
about
they
Glenn.
kind of joke around and stuff. It seems like Dennis is a bit like, what's it called? When it comes to his acting, he's not like as confident as the other guys in his acting. He at least he made it seem
But
like,
he's
or back
he,
then.
I think that's just his personality. But he
Hmm.
has before the TV show started, he was the most, I think, experienced of them
Hmm.
in terms of acting, the most high profile. He was. You remember? Did you ever watch
Oh,
that
he
80s
80s
show?
vaguely. I mean, I
I
know
never
about
watched
it.
it. I
What?
never watched it. I just know about it because
Hmm.
of him. I had no idea there was a sequel to that. By the way, you know that 70 shows is coming back?
Oh, really? With the same guys?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They're doing like they're married and they have children
Didn't they
now, and
already
it's
do
they're
that?
maybe it's from a year ago. I recently found that the grandparents are moving into the house of the so the grandparents are replacing the old gang, the children
Hmm.
of the main two. I forget their name.
That 70s show,
I
I mean, I used
was
to like
good. It
it.
was good. Yeah. It's somewhat, I feel, it never like it never was that special, you know. It never had anything as like it never stood out so much.
And the end got really bad, I think, when one or two of the
Yeah,
actors
yeah,
left.
yeah. They continued it after. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, you're
Nah,
right.
Charlie here.
I think it started there last year again.
My, I
I
love the
think.
dad in that show. I love the
Yeah, the
dad.
dad was
But
hilarious.
man, sorry, this part is amazing. The Charlie's describing the dynamics of the
Yeah.
high school, and they're like, "We hate you, fucking Charlie." He's so cool. Darren, what is his name? I forget. What was the guy's name?
Yeah,
He's
and then
so
they
cool.
find out they're being taken advantage of. Damn, so that guy got the hot chick.
To be honest, okay, full disclosure, I don't think she was hot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't find her that attractive. Her face was not very nice.
No, really?
It was okay. I'm not saying she's ugly in any sense or anything.
Yeah, yeah, I
I'm
know
just
what you
saying I
mean.
wouldn't call her attractive.
Really? No. Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. I prefer D, to be honest. Not
Stop.
no offense.
Yeah, no,
No.
no. I guess we have to agree to disagree here.
Oh, it's so fundamental. You're not gonna like even bother. Not D here,
Yeah,
usually D.
yeah.
Not in this specific thing. But yeah,
But
now it's a
sometimes when you see some things with some people, like you can't get those pictures out of your head. You know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's true. That's
Like I am
yeah, I
like
has happened.
a bit disturbed
Oh, he gets to
by the rest of my life. Yeah, you see
mm,
Charlie goes, but he's such a good guy. The way he's dancing with the girl,
I
like keeping his
and
distance,
then
and then he's happy to
passing the
give it,
torch.
yeah, to this other, and then he's just
No, I
standing
was
there, and then the show ends
when I
with
was
him just like
rewatching
that.
it, I was walking around, so I wasn't looking. So all I saw was him dancing. Like my head must have been turned or something at
Mm.
that moment. I hadn't seen the handing.
See, you can't watch shows and walk around. You always tell me, "Oh, put this movie or show where you're doing like background thing or something." It's not very
When you like
possible.
do you,
You can do podcasts
it's
and listen to something, but a show or movie, I never do that.
it's sure I've seen like rewatching. I do that a lot when I'm like hanging like clothes. You know, I wash clothes.
Like even
You know
Sopranos
what you call it? You're
clips.
hanging your
Yeah,
wash.
I watch them on my phone even when I'm watching it for the millionth time.
You watched? No, like. I mean, look, yeah, if it's I don't know, like Westworld, which I love, like the first season only. Like, yeah, I watch the scenes for that. But if it's like a lot of comedy, like Friends or Seinfeld, and It's Always Sunny, I listen to it a lot. I
I
listen to
see.
it a lot.
But I guess I usually
No.
do this while I'm eating, so maybe that's also a fundamental difference between us.
I when I eat, I can watch any. I like to watch like not super like some not original things, not something too good. basically.
I see.
That's the rule. But
But okay, anything on this
yeah, I'm
episode you
surprised.
would like to get off your chest before we wrap it up?
No, I just like to say that our episode ended without you asking me about my prom. Just like to point it
Oh
out.
my god, I asked about your
It's
drinking
like
experience to
everybody to
make up
know.
for that.
It's too late. It's I don't know.
See, I already forgot about this prom thing. Hate this kind of shit.
but but I must say this episode between the three I've seen, this one was the funniest I felt so far.
Good question. That's a good question. Hold on. Out of the first three
Not
episodes, which
prom.
one was the funniest? I want to say the first one. This one was really good too, though. Not the second
Yeah,
one.
this one.
Yeah.
I feel this one had the thing that becomes later on. It's kind of crazy. It's not. I don't think in real life this could have happened. Like, it's got that vibe. But yeah, first one is amazing too. The second one is a bit unfocused for me, but it has have like the whole abortion thing is just
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
The second one has like good. It has like a good storyline too. It's like I don't know. It has a good storyline, but maybe
Mm.
because I mean the way they struggle with that black guy in the first episode and how to talk to him and like what questions to ask
Oh,
him and stuff,
that's
and they
that's the
still
thing.
can't. He can't
Man,
get it right. Like Mac can't get.
I I love to see the producers because of their suggestion of to use that as a first episode, because in that one scene when he just brings him in and their reaction, just
Yeah.
that's just everything. That's just everything. Like, like we didn't, and then they tell the truth. We didn't expect you to be black. It's so weird.
Jeez, that was really good.
Yeah. And then the producer suggesting adding Danny DeVito. Like, I want these producers. They're amazing.
True that. But okay. So I guess folks can like and subscribe and see us in the next episode, or you might not be here. You might just be.
I probably won't be.
You'll still be bummed
Yeah.
out from this prom question. I don't want to hear about this prom thing, man.
No, I genuinely, for once, I forgot. But now that you bring it up, let me tell you. No. I had a great prom. You fuck. Anyway.
No, did you actually go to prom? Okay, now I'm starting to get curious.
Now you want to know. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll die with this secret.
I can't picture you at prom. You look more awkward than Charlie.
No, I come on. No.